Nav, Mr. Mr. Nav Brown Boy himself dropped a new project called Emergency Tsunami. Whew. I don't know what any of that means. I don't know why he called it Emergency Tsunami. Cool album cover though. I'll give him that. What do you think about this album, man?
Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
because I'm looking. No, I'm looking at the. I'm actually. You can't see what I'm looking at. I was looking at the title, the songs on the album, and thinking to myself, why did this album come out? Like, what was the point of this album? But I want to know what you think.
Well, there was two
I
things.
Give my thoughts.
There's two things that you didn't mention, which is okay.
Okay.
It's actually Nav and Wheezy's album. Emergency Tsunami. Nav and Wheezy. Number one. Number two.
Fair enough.
It is a surprise album. So like it just kind of came out of nowhere. It wasn't something that was on anybody's like upcoming album releases list.
Yep.
And the reason I brought those two things up is because as solid of a performance that Nav puts up on the album, I think Wheezy is the star of the show. There's not many people that are as good as Metro Boomin or have put up performances as good as Metro Boomin has been putting up these last couple of years. I'm here to tell you the performance that Wheezy puts up on Emergency Tsunami is Metro Boomin-like. He takes trap beats and just makes them more cinematic sounding. He makes them more explosive, more action-packed. Like he really showed his ass out. Like I give him an A for the beats on that album. And I didn't know, I never knew Wheezy was this good. I like his beats, but a lot of his beats I thought sounded the same because I'm like, every time Nav or Young Thug or Gunna call on Wheezy, doesn't it always sound like hot? Once you hear like Wheezy did the beat, it's like, this sounds like hot. But I thought he really showed his versatility on Emergency Tsunami. Now, what I'm hearing, what the streets are saying is that Nav put up a really good performance on this album. So I think Nav did solid. I mean, he's talking about the same stuff he always talks about, right? Like shooting people and I got money and I treat women like they don't deserve anything nice in the world. Like he does what he usually does lyrically. But
like
then when people
like it doesn't deserve anything nice in the world.
But
okay.
what the streets are really saying is that Nav's flows on the album were amazing. I don't see that. I mean, I get that he had solid flows, but there was nothing different than what I've seen him do on his other albums. But here's the thing. Here's the last thing I'm going to say before I pass it to you. Can we please, I like Nav. I think Nav is a very talented musician, but I think we're starting to grade Nav based off of the improvements he has made as an artist from these last couple of albums. I think people are giving him credit because he has improved. And I've always said that. I said he's improved as an artist each album. He's getting better. But he's nowhere near, to me, a good rapper. Can we stop giving him praise he doesn't deserve? I like what he did on Emergency Tsunami, but he has a way to go as an artist before you can start saying like he's good. Stop. He did solid on it. He did. I can even argue with you that he did slightly above average on the album. Wheezy was the star of the show. I give Nav his props for doing what he usually does on stuff. Carry on.
Well, you said something, and I'll pick it up from here, where you said something kind of interesting to me. You said you were talking about how his flow, people were congratulating him for his flows and whatnot. I'm here to tell you, I don't agree with you, man, I don't agree with you that Nav is not a good rapper. Nav is pretty good. Like I would actually call Nav a good rapper. I think the problem with Nav is not his rapping itself. Not the words he's putting together, not the flows. It's his voice, bruh. It's his voice. It's the same thing people knock Big Sean for. By the way, I'm not comparing them in terms of ability. I'm talking about the annoyingness of voices and how it can actually impact.
Jesus Christ of Nazi, you almost did. And I
Come
almost
on, relax.
the show.
Relax. What? How dare you interrupt me after I was very clear? I was extremely clear on on the point I made, because I know it's a slippery slope, but I danced, I think, properly. But anyway, yeah, man, voices, it means a lot. You know, delivery means a lot. You know, I think delivery separates somebody like a St. John, right? St. John is the king of delivery, right? In 2020, like he has the tone. He has the tone where he can say anything and that shit will sound amazing because his tone sounds appealing. You know what I'm saying? So
But
with that,
let me say something.
Go ahead, man.
Let me say something. Sorry,
make this good, man. Make this good. You interrupted me twice. Okay.
Sorry, but Nav. So you don't think his lyrics are basic? His lyrics are beyond basic.
Look,
You
man.
don't think that?
I think that Nav is a very. I think the stuff he talks about is extremely, like, I don't care about the shit he talks about. That's not shit that like I care about ever. I get nothing out of listening to Nav personally. But if we're talking about content, I get nothing out of listening to Gunna, like in terms of the content itself. But I like Gunna's music because of his tone. Like, for example, on the song with Gunna, shit, which by the way, that's one of the best songs on the album. The joint called Young Wheezy. Gunna destroyed in a great way that song. He fucked that song up. And again, in a good way. It's kind of like when people say, oh, that girl's bad, but it really means good. Anyway, you guys catch my joke. The point is, Gunna is the epitome of somebody who has style and delivery. He can deliver the actual line. I don't care about what he's talking about. It sounds good. Nav doesn't sound good, tone-wise. And I think that's where people like you have a problem with him. But in terms of his rapping, I don't think it's that bad.
But that's a part of the package. I don't think the rapper. That's a part of the how you sound. You can't sound like a robot that talks about the same thing and say he's a good rapper. That doesn't make sense. He sounds like a robot.
I didn't say Nav is good. Let me be very clear. I think Nav is a decent rapper. He's not bad. He's definitely not bad. He's not bad. But I understand why you would say he's bad. I get it. But going back to what I was saying about the album, you're right, man. The star of the show is Wheezy. You know, and what's funny to me is, I thought Wheezy was getting it. He was moving into a lane where he was trying to become like and I still think this, trying to become like a Metro Boomin, you know, and kind of be at the forefront of the music videos and really be marketed properly as a producer. And when you said the whole album was done by Wheezy, I think everybody knows that's familiar with Wheezy's sound, but I didn't see his name listed as an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like his name's not really it's not really propped up on right, you know what I'm saying? Right beside Nas. I don't know. I think everybody knows again that the album was produced by Wheezy, but besides that point, the music itself just sounded very Gunna, Young Thuggish. Like, I think musically speaking, you know, it was interesting to see Nav jump into Gunna and that whole YSL slimy type music, whatever that means. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It was interesting to see him throughout an entire project go into that lane. I didn't really like it. I'll first listen, to be honest with you, but it's kind of getting better. I heard it again. It got a little bit better. I'm not really a fan of Nav getting into this lane, but overall, to be honest with you, the music is not bad. The album is not bad. It's not a bad album. Go and knock Nav for his answer machine voice. I get it. I don't think it's that bad though.
I will never understand the appeal of Nav. I'm just going to be honest, and this is no knock on, like, some people are not going to understand the appeal of us. You know, some people are not.
That's what I'm saying. It's all subjective, bro.
Of whatever,
bro. It's subjective.
I really, as a hip hop person, somebody who's been listening to hip hop music since I was 9, 10. I've seen the Puff Daddies, the Master P's of the world, everybody. I do not understand the appeal of Nav and why he's such that big of an artist. I don't understand it. I didn't say that he shouldn't be, but like, I really do think that he is a very overrated rapper, but that's just my opinion. It's just my opinion, and I don't get it. I'm just being
Well,
honest.
look. I
His
mean,
music is beyond basic. It's just, I think if we did not, if he wasn't coming from such a unique standpoint, like a brown boy in
mhm,
self-proclaimed brown boy, which he's
yeah.
an Indian guy, Indian rapper. I don't think he would be as big as he is. That's just my personal opinion. Because
Well, I
his
mean,
music is beyond basic. He's
well, I
coming
mean,
from a
the
unique
thing
place.
is, we will never know. So that's hypothetical. But I mean, I understand your point. I understand your point.
And like I said, it's no
I get
knock
it. I
on
get it.
Nav. It's no knock on Nav. He's doing his thing. I like what he's doing, but that's what I hear. I just tell you what I hear is just really basic trap music.
Bro, you just don't like his voice, man. Just stick at that. It's cool. You don't have to like everybody's sound. But I'm telling you right now, content wise, flow wise, the shit like how he delivers the bars, it's no different from what every these other niggas
I know
is
that.
doing.
I know.
It's no different.
I know, but
So what I'm saying, so when you attack Nav, make sure you bring that point up when you start talking about all these other people that you
no,
that you
but
may
the
like.
thing is,
I'm just
Gunna
saying.
content
Not
wise,
Gunna. I'm not talking about Gunna. I ain't talking about Gunna.
I don't know.
Because I think Gunna's style is what is his superpower. Like his style, his delivery is just infectious.
Okay. But let me ask you
You know what I'm
something.
saying?
So let me ask you something. So okay, see what you're saying, but he's Nav. A lot of people do what Nav does, but Nav is at the bottom of the barrel of what like Young Thug does Nav, whatever Nav is doing better than him. Gunna does it better than him. Travis Scott, whoever's
who
in
would you?
Nav's lane,
Yeah, I was about to say. So who would you say is
that.
in? So who would you say is in Nav's? Not his. Who would you say is actually on Nav's level? And I'm not putting Young Thug on that. Young Thug is
I
not
mean,
on.
if you're talking
No,
popularity or you're talking about like style,
I'm talking about both style and popularity.
if you talking Gunna, maybe like Gunna, but the thing is, to me, Gunna is way better, a way better rapper. Not in terms of like just the whole package than that. Like the package of Gunna, like Gunna actually he's dope. Like he's unique. Like the thing is, Nav has the talent to be somebody that is unique, but he chooses to dumb down his sound so much. Like I'm somebody that loved his first album. I was like, this is unique. I've never
It was
heard
great.
music like this.
First
And
album was great.
he's literally dumbing down his sound and getting more popular.
So
To
how
me,
about this? How
crazy.
about this? I'm in Spotify and I'll move on right after this. I'm in Spotify's, you know how they have like the fans also like section?
Mhm.
And they compare the artist to whoever's on their level or whatever.
Mhm.
So in fans also like, we got Don Toliver, we got Gunna, Lil Yachty, Kodak Black, Flip De Niro, YB in the Mirror, Rich the Kid, Famous Dex, Playboy Cardi, 21 Savage, Lil Tecca. I mean, the list goes on. Those are just some of the ideas of people who, right, may be on his level, or people are also listening to. He's about middle. He's at the back of the class. He's at the back of the class in that he. But I will say, in my opinion, he's better than some of the dudes on this list. To me, he's better than Flip De Niro. To me, he's better than
arguable.
Better than Famous. It's not arguable. Not to me.
Arguable. It's arguable.
Not to me.
He's more popular than Flip De Niro.
No, I'm talking about better.
But better, arguable.
Bro, you've heard a whole project from Nav that you said you really thought was great. When have you heard a whole project from Flip De Niro that you even cared about?
As a rapper.
Like, I know exactly. That's what we're talking about.
As the rapper, I did Nav's projects. Like I've never listen. I never considered Nav a good rapper. But the thing is, when he dropped his first album, he was at least unique. If you're not going to be good, at least be unique in some type of way, right? Like Rich the Kid, right? Rich the Kid is, to me, not necessarily a good rapper. Rich the Kid's a bad rapper, in my humbling opinion.
He's awful.
But he's unique. So that's what at least makes me want to listen to Rich the Kid, because he's actually unique. I've not heard a rapper like him. Nav is no longer unique to me.
Look. I'm gonna end it off like this. How is sounding like an answering machine not unique? Nobody's doing that. Huh?
Answering machines are doing it.
Yo.
So you say, who do you want to compare him to? Panasonic. He compared him to Panasonic. Similar artists. Panasonic, Sony answering machine.
He sounds like Dynex. He sounds like Sony. Yo, they still make answer machines? Come on, in 2020?
That's actually a good question. That's more interesting.
All right, man. Let's move on, man.